Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We'll get rolling here in just a second. I have to make sure the stream is coming through all right. Hope y'all are doing well on this fine Sunday evening. Right, looking good on YouTube. Double check Facebook and we'll get started. Do feel free to interact in the chat. We got a huge lineup of breaks tonight, so should be good fun. We'll lead off tonight with our 68 filler mixer, then hop into the 78 basketball, 67 tops, and then we'll wrap with the big break, the pre-war mega mixer. So, and that one will not be short, because a ton of cool cards for us to look at, and a little bit of history to dive into with some of those beauties. All right, stream's looking good in all the places. We'll try to be quick as far as my little rundowns go, since we do have a lot on the agenda for tonight. What's up, Steve, Charles, Edwin, Derek, Matt, Christian? Good luck, everybody. Absolutely. Giveaway winners for tonight's spots were announced on social media earlier. This one was not a you've got to be present to win. Hope that doesn't send you running for the hills, but because we got some cool cards to look at. But I did figure this one would be longer. Didn't want to spend the time doing the comment picker and so on. All right, so we'll get started. No point in dawdling around. I know lots of people will be popping in for the bigger breaks as we go. So filler mixer first, 40 spots, limit 5. The full checklist for what's included is here. Not specific on which common you get. So if you bought into this filler mixer and you're working on a 68 set and you hit a common, you know, I've got a stack of them here that I'm going to send out, but if you want specific ones, send me your list. I'm happy to fill that accordingly. However many spots you bought, that's how many times your name's in this list. The key hits are, of course, bench, which is the 5th card in the mixer, the mega mixer spot at number 15. We do have another mega mixer spot at 30, and then the Oliva is a nice little consolation prize there at 35. What's up, Greg? Marty, good to see you all in the chat. So that's how this one goes. We won't show all those, but I will just show those 4 hits after we do this random. So got plenty of folks in the chat. So what's up, Michael, Andrew? I'm going to need y'all's help. I need numbers in the chat. 3rd number will be for this 68. The 4th number will be for the 78 basketball. The 5th number will be the 67 tops, and then the 6th number will be the mega. Okay. Well, let's do between or including 6 and 12. Between or including 6 and 12. Let's see. What's up, Troy, Jake, Shane, Edwin? All right. Thanks for those numbers. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. So number randomized at 68 set. Oh, running off the screen here. 8 times. We'll randomize. Thanks for all those numbers, folks. The basketball set 9 times. The 67 set 6 times. And then Steve's got us for 7 randoms on the Mega Mixer. All right, thanks for all those. Really appreciate the engagement. Should be good fun. We're just going to get rolling. Let's see, we've got 30 live viewers. And I know a lot of you are tuning in for these later breaks as well. So hopefully you hit it big here with to lead into the Mega Mixer. Where's my other window? Oh, no, there. All right, we do use random.org for all our list randomization purposes. Eventually. Well, is random.org not working? No. It pulled up on another window, so I don't know why that one wasn't. Maybe I typed something wrong. All right, we do use the list randomizer under lists and more. Hey, Doug, good to see you. Happy 2024. Absolutely. It doesn't look like a long enough list, does it? I guess it is 40. Sweet. All right, so 8 randoms coming up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, Doug on top, Joe on bottom. All right, we'll make this a little wider. This a little bigger, so we can actually read it. All right. A little wider still. Okay. Johnny Bench. Going to Jason Taylor. There you go, Jason. Good way to start off the 2024 season. Taking home the Johnny Bench rookie. Johnny, NL Rookie of the Year, 1968. This particular card is 4.5. So nice middle of the road condition. Just classic card. Bench, batted 275, 15 homers in his rookie year. First time catcher had won NL MVP. I mean, NL Rookie of the Year, not MVP. Huh. Right. Let's see where those Mega Mixer spots go. Zach Thiel snagging 1. So congrats there, Zach. Getting Mega Mixer spot. All right, let's go ahead and put that over here. Okay, 68 filler spots. There we have that one. So congrats, Zach. Make sure you hang around. Into the broadcast, we'll get to that Mega Mixer. Next spot, going to Marty. Nice hit there for you, Marty. Getting in on that Mega Mixer. Right, and then the Oliva goes to Jason Shepard. So I've got a lot of folks hopped in since I said this at the beginning, but if you are in on this filler mixer and you're working on the 68 set, feel free, and you hit commons, feel free to send me your list. I'll try to make sure the common you get is one you need. If I don't get anything from you, I got a stack, don't worry, I'll just send you a common. All right, so that's it on the 68 filler mixer. I mean, 78 basketball is up next. So Neil Arnett won the free spot in this one. This free spot giveaway was on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Burl Sports, all 3 of those spots, as well as Burl Sports here on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you get notifications when we post YouTube giveaways, as well as schedule broadcasts and had a graded card reveal, a little pickup review video earlier. Is that earlier this week? Late last week? I don't remember. But trying to put up a couple of those little bonus extra videos a month this calendar year. So, what's up, Mike? Yeah, do it, Christian. Hey, good to see you, Todd. All right. So, same song and dance, except this time we've got a set checklist from 78 Tops Basketball. It's 132 spots. Every spot gets a card. So we'll randomize this one. And we said earlier we're randomizing this one 9 times. So good luck, everybody. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something, folks. It was almost a mistake. All right, we're at 6. Don't let me forget we're at 6. It'll say 6 here, but I didn't go through and highlight where we want those bonus spots to go. That would have been a problem. So bonus spots in the 78, there are 2. So let's put those at spot number 55. Oof. Yeah, that would have been unfortunate. Okay. 55, and then let's see, is 110 a star? Yeah, so not 110, let's do 111, Sonny Parker. Okay, now we'll finish those randoms. You hadn't missed 67 yet. 67 will be up next. So we're doing 78 basketball first, then we'll do 67 baseball. All right, 3 more randoms on this to get us to 9. So here's 7, 8, and 9. All right, so we got Chris on top. All right, and then narrow that down a bit. Make it where we can read it. And we'll check out some stars in this one as well. Bill Walton's card number 1 going to Chris Gangi. Bob McAdoo, number 5, going to Matthew Connor. Calvin Murphy, he's number 13, going to Steven Hofacker. I do see our free spot popping up. Steve Mix going to Neil Arnett. Again, Burl Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you give us a follow there. One thing that I did do today is I did create a private Facebook page that I'm going to be inviting, kind of the repeat customers to, that where you can like buy, sell, and trade with each other. Just had a few people request it, and then somebody else requested yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I've been kind of wanting to do that. So be a cool little way for you guys to interact. So yeah. All right, George Gervin's the next hit. Going to Lawrence Span. There you go, Andrew. So I'm getting the Iceman. Elvin Hayes, 25, going to Steven Hofacker. Nate Archibald, 26, going to Gungi. Moses Malone was your MVP. Malone is number 38. So he's MVP 78-79 season. Going to Kyle Rumsey. All right. Dave Cowens is next. Going to Greg Ritzer. All right. We will have our bonus Mega Mixer spot going to Lawrence Span. There you go, Lawrence. Andrew snagging that George Johnson, but more importantly, the Mega Mixer spot. So we'll go ahead. Tag that one over. All right. Dave Bing. Oh, actually, Rick Barry. Rick Barry's card number 60 going to Jason Shepard. And Dave Bing going to Gangi. Artist, actually, yeah, Dr. J's 130. Maravich is 80. Okay, so we'll look at Pete here in just a second. Artist comes first. 73. Going to Jake Bednar. Means Pistol Pete. Maravich is spot number 80. Going to Andrew. Nice hit there, Andrew. Good little break for you. Walt Frazier going to John Lavin. David Thompson, card number 100. Going to Chris Gangi. Now there are, this is the, so you can see all-star, like first team, second team all-stars noted on the cards, which is fun. All right, just a handful more hits to look at. 110, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is next. Going to Marty Wisbinski and Andrew coming up big with both the bonus spots in the Mega Mixer. Huge break there for you, Andrew. Huge break for sure. Congrats, man. Bob Lanier, 125. Going to Gangi. And let's see, Dr. J, 130. Going to John Lavin. We got Adrian Dantley, 132, going to Lawrence Andrew Span. Sorry about that, Andrew. All right. Great break. Andrew coming up big. Congrats, man. Good stuff. So 2 down, 2 to go. The bigger 2 in terms of size with this one, and then epicness in terms of the pre-war. Right. 67 is up next. All right. This is a good reminder, though, for me to go through, put us some Mega Mixer spots through here, because I didn't do that on this checklist either. So bear with me for just a second as I say plus Mega Mixer spot. Bonus in all caps, so I see it. All right. So there's one. There's two. There's three. We got to get up to 12 on these. There's four. There's five. There's six. There's seven. You know what? I like going on putting one beside the old mantle there. So let's do. There's eight. There's nine. There's 10. All right, let's put one beside. Let's do one beside Carew and Seaver. So Seaver's 569. Or Carew's 569. I don't know what I said. So we'll do one for Sullivan here. And then do 582 since Colavito's not a bad card. All right, let's make sure. Hey, Dan, sounds like you're due, man. But sadly, the odds don't get better the longer you do it. It's just the same every time. Probabilities like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. 12 is right, yes? Questioning myself now. 12 bonus spots in the pre-war mixer. Perfect. Yeah, they really are, Steve. The high numbers are really tough if you're a set builder. So yeah, you don't feel bad about walking away with a high number, regardless of who it is. Those double prints, you know, in the high numbers don't carry quite the premium that the others do, but some of them are really tough. I've put a few of those in the hits we're going to look at as well. So, all right, need to get that stack over here. All right, now boys, I had to have the old talk with my boys today about something asinine. I don't know which one of you's lying, but one of you's lying. Not my favorite conversations as a father. All right, we decided earlier we are randomizing this list 6 times. So 6 randoms coming your way. Here's one. Hey Jake, free spots were announced on social media before the live stream started, but no, I don't believe so. Free spot went to Jake Chad. I mean, granted, I don't know. Maybe you're Jake Chad. You are Jake. There was Jake Chad on Instagram. What's his name? There's 2 randoms. There's 3, 4. What's up, Mike? 5. Oh, cool, Jake. Then yeah, you won one. 6. Michael Sordone on top. Jonathan on bottom. Yeah, 30 spots does improve the odds. Right. I don't need that. And yeah, so my free spot winners on social media, do go ahead, instant message me, direct message, whichever platform it was, your shipping info. That way I can get that out to you in the next few days. All right, the champs. Frank Robinson, Bauer, Brooksy, of course, retrospective of the previous year. Good time for the Orioles for sure. Whitey Ford went to COG Sports Cards, Rusty. Cepeda. Well, first, before we get to Cepeda, Daniel Lynch snagging that bonus spot in the Mega Mixer. Congrats, Daniel. Now we've got Cepeda. He's number 20, going to Donald Barnett. Cepeda was your NL MVP for the St. Louis Cardinals. Who ended up snagging the World Series in 1967. There's Cepeda. Oh, nice, Dan. That's a pretty solid one to hit. I'm gonna be honest. Those bonus spots are a ton of fun. Al Kaline going to Edwin Pastrana. Roger Maris, he's number 45. Going to Christian Wagner. You go, Christian, getting the old Roger. Tony Oliva is the next hit. Number 50, going to Joe Cerullo. Don Drysdale going to Jonathan. Luis Aparicio, card number 60, going to Roy Grossbeck. Always a fun piece in the 67 set. a couple other years as well, but 67's the one I always think of with the little floating heads on the team check or on the series checklist of stars. So Frank Robinson here, he's number 62. Went to Jake O'Donnell. Mike, I'm pretty sure last week, as soon as you signed off, I said your name. Cards Clubbers. Brock and Flood. Going to David Harris. Ron Santo, number 70. Going to Laura Conrad. Frank Robinson, he'll be our next hit, but before we get there, got another bonus mega mixer spot going to Steven Rice. Huge hit, Steven. Congrats, man. Frank Robinson's 100. Going to Matthew Piscatella. Mantle, second series checklist, going to Christian Wagner. Stargell, he's card 140. Going to Joe Mordini. Stargell, SGC 5. Really nice centered example. Rough cut on the bottoms, really the only thing holding it back from a higher grade. Very minor wear elsewhere. Steve Carlton, 146. To Michael Sardone. Right. The Mick is our next big hit, SGC 5.5 on this one. Really pretty copy of this card. Again, nice centering, a little bit rough on the bottom edge, but nice clean card. He's 150. We also have that bonus mega mixer spot going to Michael Sardone at 149. Then the mantle hit goes to Dustin Norton. Very nice, Dustin. Taking home the Mick to add to your collection. Right. Into the World Series. Subset. Got Paul in retrospective, 1966. Palmer blanking the Dodgers, going to Jason Gasick. Winner celebrating. Yeah, going to Matthew Piscatella. Ed Matthews will be our next hit, but before we get there, hey, there you go, Doug. Daniel Lynch snagging another bonus. Congrats, man. Big pulls there. 166, Ed Matthews. 1-2, James DeLong. May's checklist. He's 191. Going to Stephen Rice. And then Mays himself, really gorgeous SGC 6 copy. Card number 200. See, little off center, shifted south a bit, but other than that, beautiful, beautiful copy. Card number 200 goes to Steve Strauss. Nice hit there, Steve. Bob Gibson, he's 210. He is your World Series MVP in 1967. Going to Stephen Dries. Daniel with another bonus hit. Congrats, Daniel, at 212. Raking in those bonuses. I guess the 30 spots helped. 215. Ernie Banks, SGC 5. Going to Jake Gebhardt. Nice hit there, Jake. Cash K-line for the Bengal Belters. Going to Laura Conrad. Powell, he's 230. Going to Kelly Engel. What's up, Bob? Good to see you in the chat. All right, got a few leaders cards. NL ERA leaders. Went to Derek Peaster. Got the Koufax Marichal on here. Home run leaders, NL. Oh, wait, no, AL, sorry. With going to Jesse Charlton. With Frank, Harmon, Boog. And then NL home run leaders. Going to James Hopp. With Aaron, Allen, Mays. Good stuff. All right, Aaron, card number 250, PSA 4. Some little corner pushes there up top are the reason for the low technical grade. Not too shabby, though, for a PSA 4. 250. Going to Jake Gebhardt. Pit Power, 266. Before we get there, though, we've got another bonus Mega Mixer spot. This one going to Matthew Coudrier. What am I looking for? Pit Power. Going to Dina Connolly. Stargell. Clendenin. Always one of those names. You got to say it fast or you're going to say it wrong. And even if you say it wrong, you want to say it fast. Right. Killebrew on the 4th series checklist. Going to Michael Sardone. There's that free spot for Jake Chad coming up here. So 279, Frank Lindsay. Solid 279. You know, solid common. But do get in on those free spot giveaways. I believe my next one's probably going to be on YouTube. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you get a notification when I post that giveaway video. Try to alternate those throughout the year. Keep it spicy, keep you paying attention. All right, Lou Brock. Going to Jesse Charlton. All right, need to pick up the pace here if we're going to finish before midnight Eastern for you East Coasters. Jim Cott, 300. Going to Troy Golombisky. All right, next free spot in the Mega Mixer going to Joe Cerullo. So nice hit there for you, Joe. Uh-oh, punt return, 95 yards, huh, Doug? I guess the division's on the line in that game, so there's something to play for. 315. Going to Steve Bauman. Nice Billy Williams there for you, Steve. Gaylord Perry's 320. Going to Matthew Connor. With Fergie Jenkins coming in at 333. Going to David Ingdahl. $334. Twin Terrors. Allison Killebrew. Going to Michael Lane. Joe Morgan, 337. Going to Michael Sardone. Got your AL MVP here, Mr. Carl Yastrzemski, SGC 4.5. Yaz with the Triple Crown, 1967. 326 batting average, 44 home runs, which was a tie with Killebrew, and then 121 on the RBIs. All right, see that next bonus spot will be the next thing we look at. Bonus spot going to Daniel Lynch. Dan, coming up huge on these bonuses, man. Be interesting to see what you get in that pre-war mixer. Right, 400's our next star. Clemente SGC 3. Going to Daniel Lynch. Well, you didn't come up empty in the 67 either. Huge break here for you, Dan. $430. Pete Rose. PSA 6 on the Rose. Absolutely gorgeous example. Going to Michael French. Nice hit there for you, Michael. And then the spot before that is another bonus in the Mega Mixer. This one goes to Paul Ganem. Tony Perez will be our next hit. I can't remember if I got another Mega Mixer spot before then or not. Well, looks like I missed Killebrew. Killebrew is not a nobody, is he? So didn't pull Killebrew, but he's going to Joe Cerullo. Yeah, there's another bonus Mega Mixer spot. This one going to Troy Golombisky. There you go, Troy. Nice little snag. We got 476, Tony Perez. Going to Yaron. PSA 4 on the Perez. Move a few of these out of the way. Right, we should have another free spot or two. I didn't pull Marischal either. Going to Jake Bednar there. Well, looks like the rest of the ones I pulled were high numbers. So, let's see, where's our checklist for the high numbers? Right there he is. So, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, all these high numbers they might as well count as hits. They're snazzy. Set builders hate trying to find them. It's just, some of them are just really challenging. I'll show you some of them as we go through. But be a great opportunity to take advantage of that Facebook page that I'm going to invite you to later tonight to buy, sell, and trade amongst yourselves. Find somebody who needs those high numbers if you don't. But I'm going to jump all the way up to 560 for my next hit. Even though we do have a lot of high numbers through here. Jim Bunning going to David Harris. There's Bunning. Carew be the next big one. And if it is your first time breaking with me, as soon as the broadcast is over, I'll post this list sorted by participant, so you can go and see exactly which cards you hit. That way you can go ahead and mark off that checklist. So if you're scanning and you're like, oh, you went too fast. Yeah, I did. Carew, 569. Going to Yaron. 5.5 here on the Carew rookie. So really nice hit there for you, Yaron. Troy's going to get another smiley face in the chat, I'm guessing, because it looks like he snagged another bonus spot in the Mega Mixer. Maury Wills is 570, going to Jake O'Donnell. Hey, Wills isn't terrible. He's certainly not a Carew rookie. Rocky Colavito, 580. Going to John Keating. Colavito high number is always a little bit difficult. All right. That means next up, Tom Seaver, rookie. PSA 4.5. Really tough card. Nice centering. Corner wear is the reason for the downgrade. Beautiful addition to somebody's collection, whether it's a Hall of Fame rookie collection, whether it's a set you're working on. This one can find a home just about anywhere. All right. 581. Going to David Engdahl. Huge hit, David. Congrats on the Seaver edition. Bonus in the Mega Mixer, going to James Ferguson. So there you go, James. Not too shabby of a consolation prize. Manny Jimenez. Another pretty tough high number here. Going to Daniel Kelly. Then Ricketts. He's 589. Another tough one. Going to Joe Cerullo. Everybody's favorite non-rookie. High number. Brooks. Gorgeous image. A little off center. Nice SGC 6 copy. Card number 600. Going to James Holum. There you go. Different times I've built this set, Shannon tends to be, more often than not, a really tough one. Going to Yaron, probably because cards are, World Series champion, more likely. Team collectors to snag this one up. Adding a little bit of difficulty there. Stanley. Went to Jason Shepard. The Cubs rookie card, a little tough. Going to Zachary Schechter. And Mr. Tommy John himself, last card in the set. Going to Jonathan Rosina. Right, there you have it on the 67. So I'll take a minute, get some things shuffled around here, make sure I get those names from those bonus spots. We'll put up some big boys, which are going to make it to some of you folks tonight. All right, let's do this way. I'll do just a little filter. Filter by color. All right, that's why we highlighted them. So there are our 12 free spots, bonus spots in that pre-war Mega Mixer. Paste those right here. Actually going to run through and take those numbers out just so they don't confuse us. There we go. All right. Yep, lots of those are particularly painful. Those high numbers. All right, I've got this up. All right, we got our Names here. Let me get my notes open. Make my notes bigger so I can actually read them. All right, so 100 cards. All from 1943 or earlier. They were all listed out in the listing here. Every one of them is graded by the three major grading companies, PSA, SGC, or Beckett. So you can see the list here. That's the same checklist I've got right here. And looks like I don't have a grade on Steinfeld here, but he is graded, so we'll look at him in a minute. We're going to look at all these. 100 cards. It should be a ton of fun. If I lose you, you know, I'm going to give you some information about some of these players, so that should be fun. We're going to take our time with it, so if you need to drop and watch the recording tomorrow in double time or something, because I know I talk slow, I get it. So won't hurt my feelings. You'll still win the cards you win. Okay, let's see. I got those. I got these. My oversized cards there on the side. Okay. Stack number 1 is here. Oh yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun, Troy. Ton of fun. But we decided earlier we're randomizing this list 7 times. So 7 randoms coming your way. Good luck, everybody. At least with this one, you're guaranteed to hit a really cool card. All right, so random number 1. Actually, you know what? I just thought on these other, so we'll put 67 bonus. I did that on the other, so might as well do it on these. All right, just for consistency's sake. Oh, and congrats to Wavy for winning that free spot in this giveaway. This one was on YouTube, but it was last week. So we did that one like Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. I can't remember when the broadcast was. It was weird because of the holiday. All right. 9:56 p.m. Central Time. 7 randoms coming your way. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, we got Robert on top, James on bottom. Paste it here. I'm going to hide these grades simply because you're going to see them. All right. Good fun. Right. American Caramel E90 Type 3 here. Patsy, Doherty, SGC3. Going to Robert Morris. Those type 3s are pretty tough. I'm ever so slowly working on a Type 1 set. I don't know that I'll ever get there, but it's a fun journey. But nice hit there for you, Robert. Good card. All right. We got Bob Ganley going to Daniel Lynch. This is at E91. Type B. Robert Ganley. Ganley, he played 5 seasons for the Pirates, Senators, and A's. These E91s aren't, some of them look really nice. Some of them are like, I think this is just a generic dude. I don't know that it's actually the guy whose name's on there, but got a couple of them here. Fred Clark going to Don McIntosh. Clark, he was a World Series winner, teammate with Wagner and Willis. Key part in taking down Cobb and the Tigers. Joseph McGinty. Iron Man going to Zach Thiel. He had 2 30-win seasons. I don't think we're going to have many of those anymore, huh? Oh, absolute gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this stuff. 7 20-win seasons as well. Nickname because he actually worked in the iron mines, coal mines, iron factory in the coal mines. There we go. So McGinty, Iron Man. Didn't hurt that he won a whole bunch of games either, huh? Right. Ossie Schreckengost. I don't know if I got his name right, but man, that's a good name. I don't have any facts for you about him. Going to Barton Durham, SGC 4. So really, really nice example. So that does it for the E91s. See what we can do for some E92s. E92s, you've got a few different types. You've got Dockmans, which are kind of your most common. You've got Najas, you've got Crofts Candy, you've got Crofts Cocoa. The Cocos are my favorite, but here's Crofts Candy Bender going to Mark Stimmerman. Bender. Here's the candy back. This is a Dockman, also Bender, so you can see the difference here. This one does have a stamp on the back. So you can see John H. Dockman and Sons there at the bottom versus Crofts Candy, Croft and Allen from Philly. The Bender Dockman goes to Joe Cerullo. A couple more Dockmans here. Oh no, wait, sorry. The Dockman Bender goes to Todd McKenzie. I had the order wrong in my stack. Sorry about that. So the Bender Dockman goes to Todd McKenzie. Joe, you get the Harry Davis Dockman. Nice sliding pose. Love the horizontals on the smaller cards. So PSA 2 on the Davis. They just love this stuff. Love it. Love it. Love it. Gibson going to Jason Gasick. Dockman here, PSA 1. Elberfeld going to Christian Wagner, PSA 4. Yeah, the Harry Davis is cool, Jared. Elberfeld, PSA 4 on the M116 Sporting Life. Nice card. Right. Latham into some, well, sorry, not quite. We got a couple Mecha double folders first. We've got the Collins and Baker going to David Clubb. It's SGC2. And the double folders are cool, right? So they fold down here, and then the player shares legs. So you can see, so that's where the fold is, folds down, and they share legs. So you got Baker on the back, Eddie Collins on the front. Nice card. So same set, going to Luis Perez, getting the Rucker and Daubert. Very cool stuff. All right, now into the T205s. Latham going to Joe Mordini. PSA 3 here on the Latham. Latham, he played from 1880 to 1909. 7th all-time in stolen bases, and he is the oldest player to ever steal a base. 49 years of age. Piedmont back here. Doc Scanlon. SGC 3. Going to Gangi. Scanlon, he pitched for Brooklyn for 7 years while working on his medical studies and while he was establishing private practice. When he was traded to Philly, he gave up baseball to continue being a doctor. There's old Doc. Harry Steinfeld going to John Farstvedt. Harry, he was two-time World Series champion. He's the missing member in the famed Tinkers Evers Chance infield. Star third baseman for the Cubbies. Good stuff. Let's see, Rulebach is up next. Steven Hofacker getting the SGC for Rulebach. Again, for the Cubs. John Knee, 1.5 MC here on the knee. He was a shortage player, but a well-known scout for the Yankees for a long time. He's the guy who discovered Bill Dickey and Tommy Heinrich. Right. Oh, and knee went to Lawrence Spahn. Andrew Span. Sorry, Andrew. I keep saying Spahn. All right. Giddy Brinsfeld Field going to Brian Resnick. PSA 3 here on Kitty. We got Doyle. Good old Laughing Larry going to Mark Stimmerman. Beckett. 2 example here on Larry. He's a Giants team captain for a long time. NL MVP, batting champion 1 year, and Christy Mathewson's roommate. So there you go. For your New York Nationals Giants. Right. The lefty Leafield going to Joe Cerullo. You can say it's the AP version. It's got his initials. Got Albert P on the back. He's pitcher for Pirates in the 1909 World Series. Let's see. Right, Christy Matheson. T205 going to Christian Wagner. Matheson really needs no introduction. Hall of Famer. One of your first Hall of Famers. Classic card. One of my favorite Christie cards is the T205. Probably notice. Shows up in a lot of my breaks. There's the old Christie. So huge hit. Christian, congrats, man. Big, big hit. Miller Hudgens going to Matthew Piscatella, SGC 4 on this one. Really nice card. One thing you'll notice on T205s is they vary in quality of the gold flecking on the borders. So some of them are, it's really clean. Some of it's really toned. This is a really nice one. All right. Knapp Rucker's up next, going to Jake Gebhardt. SGC 4. Rucker started his career with the Atlanta Crackers, but most of his career was with the Dodgers. Led the league for 10 years in shutouts, complete games, and innings pitched over a 10-year span. Pretty incredible. right. Oop. Jennings is out of order here. No, he's not. I'm out of order. Okay, Bates. Going to Zach. Thiel. SGC4 here. Piedmont back on the Bates. Hauser going to Troy Golombisky. And Huey Jennings going to Andrew Goldman. Hall of Famer here. PSA 3 on the Jennings. See, Olmstead back at 4.5. Going to Kelly Engel. Robert Byrne going to David Clubb. PSA 4 on this Pirate. Piedmont back. All right, we got PJ Moran. Going to ship my cards. YYC88. Forgot to swap your name out there. Sorry about that. PJ Moran, PSA 3. Moran, he's another two-time World Series champ. Player and manager. Helped develop Grover, Cleveland, Alexander. Piedmont back here. Say Red. I don't know how you say his name. Kleinow? Kleinow? Going to Don McIntosh. SGC4. Really good registration on this one. Piedmont back. He's an 8-year vet. Supported several teams and once got in a fight with the reporter. Ended up biting part of his cheek off. There's Red for you. So you just thought that biting was a modern phenomenon. All right. Ed Abicheto. Going to Michael Sardone, SGC3 on this one. Rustlers. Sweet Cat back. Right, and then we got Killian. Abicheto was to Michael Sardone. Then Killian here goes to Stephen Rice. PSA 4 on this one. Let's see here. All right, we're making pretty good progress. Almost a third of the way through in 18 minutes. That's 20 minutes. A little better than I thought we'd be doing. George Gibson, PSA 2 on the Gibson, going to James Lee. And Bob Groom, going to John Forstvedt. With another red, this one's a red Murray. SGC 3 on the Murray, going to Donald Barnett. Robert Harmon, both ears showing, goes into Todd Casista. Look, you can see both his ears. T205 set's fun. You got a few players with multiple images. So lots for you super set folks to chase down out there. Sweet cap back on this SGC4 Harmon. Bransfield, I think we looked at Bransfield, a different Bransfield earlier. This one's SGC 3.5, going to William Ratliff. And then Wyatt Lee, going to Rich Anton. Wyatt Lee was nicknamed Waddy. All right. That's it for the T205s. That means we're going to dig into the T206s next. Buck Herzog. Yeah, Alex, these are all old. These are all from before 1943 and older. These we're looking at are, 1910, 9, 11-ish. Really great registration here on the Herzog. Going to Jared Houston. Congrats there, Jared. Bud Sharp. Going to Mark Stemmerman. SGC 3 here on the Sharp. With Izzy Hoffman being next. Going to Steven Hofacker. Say Stalls, SGC 4. No glove on this one. There's your free spot. Going to Wavy. Not too shabby. Picking up an SGC4 T206 card for a free spot. Congrats. George Gibson. Going to Matthew Pottle. Gibson here's 2.5. And Kamnitz going to Chris Felderman, which does mean Ty Cobb is next. T206, red background cob, 4 cob images in the T206 set. SGC 1.5 on this one. Creasing is the reason for the downgrade, but really clear image, gorgeous card of the best Tiger to ever play. Sweet cap back. Nicely centered. Let's see where he lands. Going to Matthew Coudrier. Nice, Matthew. Not too shabby, my friend. Huge hit. All right. Get a few more up here. And Cobb was a bonus spot. There you go. Alex, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Hallinan, a few T207s here. I don't think I have any notes on these. This one's going to Daniel. Number 4. I mean, PSA 4. Okay, that's when you know I'm getting tired. Northern, going to Jeffrey Manega. Also PSA 4. Let's recruit backs on these. Grainy, going to Marty Wozbinski. PSA 4 as well. John Kling's actually really tough card. PSA 1. Going to Marty as well. It's going to be because of the creasing. And then Leafield, going to John Farstfelt. We did mention him earlier. He was, on that 1909 World Series Pirates team. Pitcher. All right. Got a T210 from the Waco League, so that means it's Series 3. Going to Edwin Pastrana, SGC 3. Texas League. I think I said the Waco League. He played for Waco in the Texas League. Blue. Chief Myers. Going to Roger Bartlett. It's T213 coupons. Myers, he was Matheson's catcher. Featured in Glory of Their Times. And he talked about traveling with the Dodgers team for a bit after baseball. Marquard. Marquard, he threw a no-hitter, 1915. Nice portrait here of him. Obviously low grade. These were pasted like in an album, and so it's still got the cutout on the back. But he led the league at different times in shutouts and wins. He was arrested in 1920 for scalping tickets to the World Series. Oh, and Mark Ward, he goes to Kyle Bean. Yeah, I mean, you just don't play baseball in a sweater anymore. That's just all there is to it, right? That's just it's just good stuff. John McGraw, he's E101, went to Troy Golumbisky. SGC 2.5. Really nice clean front on that McGraw. Rittenhouse, Paul Warner, went to Steven Hofacker. Rittenhouse, these were hand cut strip cards. Well, maybe they weren't strip cards. I don't know. Somebody check me on that. They look hand cut at least. Right, the only T202 in the set is this triple folder. Frank Chance, Foxen, and then the center image is Chance beats out a hit. Fun cards. Hassan. Nice little descriptions on the back. Fun set. And that one's going to Doug Meyer. Nice hit there, Doug. All right. We're over halfway there. 1914 Crackerjack. These you do not see very often. The 1914s are pretty tough. They're thinner. The back is facing the same direction as the front. That's how main way you can tell the difference. Here, Vaughn's easier to see, so you can see back's upside down on the 1915s. Hey, it's a ton of fun. Nothing like diving in with baseball cards, right? But yeah, so the 1914 Rucker, he started out his career with the Crackers. We talked about him earlier, didn't we? But yeah, great, classic guy, fantastic card. Jimmy Jordan snagging 1914 Nap Rucker. Don't undersell the 1914, by the way. That's right, Dan. 1914's in the candy. We got several Cracker Jacks in here. 15 Test Row. Name was not Jeff, despite what, and so they put this one in where it gives the illusion it's 14. It's not. It's 15. So it says Charles here. It's went by, or sorry, his name may have been Charles. I don't know, but he went by Jeff. but his name wasn't Jeff. But because he looked like Jim Jeffries, the famous legendary boxer, they nicknamed him Jeff. He threw a no-hitter in 1912. Then he went on to coach for Dartmouth for 25 years. Hippo Vaughn. Oh, and Tessera went to Chris Felderman. Rucker went to Jimmy Jordan. We got Hippo Vaughn going to Barton Durham. All right, Chicago Cub here. Hippo Vaughn. He's in the Cubs Hall of Fame. Triple Crown, 1918. And two-time strikeout leader. Love these Cracker Jacks. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous. Let's see. Jimmy Lavender going to Brad Martin. Lavender's a little worse for the wear. SGC 1. But Lavender, he was a spitball pitcher, also for the Cubs. He threw a no-hitter in 1915. Got Larry Chinney going to James Hupp. Looks like a kid, doesn't he? Chinney was pitched for the Cubs and the Dodgers. He led the NL with 26 wins, 1912. It's a PSA 2. All right. We got Slim Sally. Sally, I don't know. So this is strip card, W514. World Series champion 1919. Pitch for the Reds against the Black Sox. Strip cards were, issued in strips and intended to be cut up later. Another strip card here. Oh, and the Slim went to Jason Shepard. Matheson again. It's W516. This one's going to Mark Stemmerman. Al Simmons. It's W560. Going to Jake Gebhardt. W560s were styled after playing cards. Simmons, lifetime batting average, 334. Three-time All-Star, two-time World Series champ. I mean, Walter Johnson, right? Walter Johnson going to Brian Resnick in the W540. Two of spades. Right, few 33 Goudies to look at in this one. Got a notes on a couple of them, maybe. Cantwell going to Stephen Hofacker. It's a SGC 3. With Glenn Wright PSA 3 going to Andrew Spann. Al Thomas going to William Ratliff. With Dan Howley going to Matthew Piscatella. SGC 2 on the Howley. Manager for your Toronto Maple Leafs. Schultz, PSA 4, going to Christian Wagner. Gaston, going to Jason Gasick, SGC 3. Bill Dickey, going to Jared Houston. Dickey, 11-time All-Star catcher for the Yankees. 7 World Series. Debuted in Little Rock with the Travelers. PSA 2. Right. Hey, thanks, Christian. Appreciate it. Yeah, Dickey's rookie. Although you feel like we always have to double check. Like, I feel like a lot of 33 Goudies are called rookies that aren't really, but I think that one's right. George Grantham, nickname Boots, going to Douglas Meyer, SGC 4. Grantham is World Series champ with the Pirates, 12-year vet. In the 27 World Series, he hit .364 against the Yankees. Really clean card, too. Oh, that's going to Doug. Paul Ganem with Joe Judge. Joe Judge, 19-year vet, World Series champ in 24. 9 different seasons. He was over 300 batting average. Judge he also coached Georgetown for 22 years. Joe Sewell, going to John Farsfeld, 2.5 on the Sewell. 2-time World Series champ. He played 3 college football seasons for the team that shall not be named. Let's just say that it's west of Birmingham, Alabama. How about that? All right, some more fun 30s cards. It's good stuff. All right. Some cards you don't see every day for sure. We've got Tattoo Orbits. You just gorgeous Rick Stevenson here. Going to Derek Peaster. SGC 6 on the Stevenson. He's in the Cubs Hall of Fame. He played for that football team that we're not going to mention as well. Career batting average 336. Jimmy Fox doesn't really need an introduction. Tattoo Orbit here. Fox going to Joe Saruya. 5'11", 185. Good stuff. Rogers Hornsby going to James Ferguson. Well, Hornsby doesn't really need any introduction either. Really underappreciated still. Two-time Triple Crown winner. 7-time batting champion. Cubs and Cardinals Hall of Fame. Dropped out of school, 10th grade. Let's see. Worldwide Gum. Willis Hudlin. This one's going to Daniel Lynch. So Hudlin, SGC 4.5. And Worldwide Gum was kind of the OPG of its time, right? It's the Canadian Gouty. So printed in Canada. Not the full. Not the full, 239 card set like 33 Gouty was, but all the cards that are in the Worldwide Gum are in the Gouty set. So just a smaller run. Batter up cards are cool. They're like the old stand-ups, top stand-ups that they did were modeled after these. Carl Hubble going to Troy Golombisky. I certainly could not have resisted the temptation to punch this as a kid. I don't know about you guys, but always impressed when these type of things make it through the generation. So Hubble, King Carl, 9-time All-Star, 2-time NL MVP. Dizzy Dean, also batter up, SGC or Beckett, 1.5 here. Dean, NL MVP, 1934. Key leader there, the Gas House Gang. Between him and his brother in the 34 World Series, they accounted for all 4 wins for the Cardinals. Bottomley, two-time World Series champ. Let's see. Oh, and Hubble went to Troy Golombisky. Dean went to Marty Wisminski. And then Jim Bottomley is going to Edwin Pastrana. Bottomley here, two-time World Series champ, NL MVP. Another Hall of Famer. SGC 1.5 here. Joe Cronin up next, also batter up, going to Troy Golombisky. And just because you hit a couple of cards from this set doesn't mean I'm encouraging you to build it. It's a challenge. I think we did one batter up set break before, back before pre-war. Prices just went crazy. But Joe Cronin here, 7-time All-Star shortstop. Played 20 years. Boston, Washington. Let's get a little focus, maybe. Cronin's one of those guys who runs the gamut of all your classic 30s and 40s cards. Lone 34 Gaudy here is Oscar Malillo, going to Jeffrey Tomlin. I don't know how Oscar said his last name. PSA 4. Nice card there for you, Jeffrey. Dickey, previously mentioned. It's a Diamond Stars 1.5. Really nice 1.5. I've got a 3 in my Diamond Star set, and this 1.5 looks nicer, and so I really was torn about whether or not to swap it out. Or which one to put in. I bought this at National. I think I did that in a pickup video. So bought them both there. Got the 1.5 and the 3, and this one image is really clear, nicely centered. So nice there for you. Ship my cards. YYC88. Dickey, 7-time World Series champ. Hubble, also talked about him earlier. Diamond Stars, PSA 3. Went to John Pelletier. Jimmy Fox, going to Andrew Goldman. PSA 3 here. Lefty Grove, going to Steven Hofacker. Grove's really tough card, condition-wise. Card number 1, like just notoriously tough. Decent, or really nice registration here. Nice centering, just rough, right? Rounded corners, creased. SGC 1.5. Groves, 5-time World Series champ, won a couple of Triple Crowns. A bunch of All-Stars. Max Bishop, going to Daniel Lynch. SGC 3 here on the Bishop. Bishop, 2-time World Series champ, leadoff hitter for Philadelphia A's. Pepper Martin, going to Adam Johnson. SGC 3. Always love the artwork in the Diamond Stars. Pepper Martin, Gas House Gang. 2-time World Series champ, 4-time All-Star. Cardinals Hall of Fame. Walter Berger, power hitter for the Giants and Reds during their World Series runs, and he's a 4-time All-Star. This is actually a high number, 108. Going to Chris Gangi. High numbers in Diamond Stars. They all also appear in the low numbers, but the high numbers are pretty tough. So needs those over 96 are the high numbers there. Grab my last stack here. We're in the home stretch. Lefty Gomez. This is 36 Goudy. Going to Laura Conrad. CSG. I forgot this. I had one CSG card in here. Did we already say something about Lefty? No, I don't have a note on him. But Lefty going to Laura Conrad. Yankee. Chuck Klein, also 36 Goudy, going to William Ratliff. PSA 3 here on the Klein. Paul Wainer, Worldwide Gum, 1936. 36 Worldwide Gum, pretty tough issue. Going to Brian Coe here. Paul's Big Poison, Brother Lloyd, Little Poison. Big Poison here, 3-time batting champ, NL MVP for the Pirates. And the rest of the way, we are in 1943, so not a ton of cards in this era during, U.S. involvement in World War II, but the R302 Type 1s are. So Hubble, let's see, where are my notes here on? Yeah, Hubble, we already talked about Hubble, that's why. All right, Hubble going to Robert Morris. So there's Hubble. I believe all these were hand cut as well. Oh, PSA label says so, so probably so. Jimmy Fox. This one's gorgeous. PSA 5.5. Going to James Prito. With Joe DiMaggio. Going to Jason Gasick. So no intro needed for DiMaggio, of course. Ducky Medwick. Going to Derek Peaster. PSA 1.5 on the Medwick. Ducky, World Series champ with the Gas House Gang. Won a Triple Crown, NL MVP, 10-time All-Star. Vandermeer going to James Lee. SGC 8, just absolutely crisp card. Vandermeer, World Series champ in 40, probably best known for throwing 2 straight no-hitters. And then wrapping this one up with Mel Ott. Going to James Ferguson. Mel Ott, PSA 5. Really bold colors on this particular one. If I can get it to focus. There we go. So there's Mel Ott, PSA 5. Ott, 12-time All-Star. He was a World Series champ, 6-time home run champ. He even when he was in high school, he was playing semi-pro ball 3 or 4 days a week. So Ott was a baller. So there you have it, folks. That's it for the pre-war mega mixer. Appreciate you buying in. Appreciate you tuning in, sticking with me. For those of you, 16, 15 of you who were very patient, made it all the way through. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. It's nice classic cards. I'll get the lists sorted and posted up here in just a minute. And I'll email out a link to those as well as post them on social media. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll have a post-war mega mixer probably in February. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And yeah, that's all I got. Scheduled tentatively for this next week is 56 Topps baseball. And then might put a little smaller break to go with it. Keep it interesting. But that's all I got. Appreciate it, Ed. Appreciate it, Doug, Jared. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody in the chat. This is Burl signing off.